Hello, this is a warning for the future of this video that for the most part this image is going to be upside down because OBS decided to screw me over for no reason, and I only realized afterwards because MS Paint only works for some reason on let me just show you on this version of OBS. So yeah, I kind of had to show you this way. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed the video anyway, and I truly do hope that you enjoy my thought process for how all of this could be or could work. So enjoy the video. Alright, so as you probably read from the title, I'm giving my personal take on just what I think the animatronics could be like in a totally unique way. Now, you're probably wondering what all these colors mean. I mean, of course, the, blue, brown, yellow, red does make sense since it's probably animatronics, but what is the black? So, this is how I think the FNAF animatronics could play as in a totally unique way. Basically, instead of you playing as the animatronics, you play as the cameras, being able to switch through any of them. And your main job is to lead the animatronics to unsuspecting survivors, right? So, let's say if there's, I'm just gonna choose, green, since no animatronic's green. Let's say that there's a survivor, what the heck, why am I on brushes? Let's say that there's a survivor right here, right? Then, you'd want to use this camera, see him over here, since it could go like this, and then when it sees it, or when you see it, you then want to press a specific button with I don't know, like maybe A, B, X, Y type stuff, and then whenever you press that, depending on the animatronic key that you called, they'll either go there in a specific style. Like, for instance, Foxy will rush on over, right? No dilly-dallying whatsoever. And it'll mostly just be super loud, giving people, hey, I'm about to be hunted. I need to move out of the way. Or with Chica, it's like, basically, she's trying to stay out of view, but zigzag, and also mostly still trying to speed up. Bonnie, he'll take the longer path, but, also the path they'll probably be not where you're exactly expecting him to come from. And then Freddy, well, he'll just be Freddy, He'll stay, for the most part, out of sight until he's right next to you, and there's nothing else you can do. Alright, so that's how the animatronics will work in terms of movement. Now you're wondering, alright, well, whenever an animatronic does get over here, what's going to happen? And it's quite simple. Let's say, take Foxy for instance. Second he finds him, after you guided him there, he is now going to chase him automatically. You cannot control the animatronics. All you can do is guide them. And whenever that happens, the survivor has to escape. But just because, you can't control the animatronics doesn't mean that you can't really do anything. After all, if the survivor then walks into, let's say, another camera, then you could just on oil brushes. Then you could just, call in another one to get him. Boom. Just like that, you got him cornered and surrounded. He can't do anything, and it's totally fair. Just simply stay out of view of the cameras and try to survive. Of course, there probably won't be this many cameras, maybe, but for the most part, I made sure to leave some blind spots. Of course, you can hide underneath them, or you could just, wait until he's on a different camera. And I think the best way to signify, hey, Now's your chance to walk past is by giving it, like, for instance, a red light. Boom, red light. Okay, let me just wait until he moves. I think that's a pretty good idea. Yeah. All right. And just like that, we have. I'm actually gonna get rid of this. Oh, of course I can't. All right. Well, doesn't matter. Oh, that's what the paint tool works. Paint. Of course. All right, there we go. All right, so red for Foxy, blue for Bonnie. I said blue for Bonnie. Thank you. You know what? That works perfectly fine. All right. The next part of this phase is, how the animatronics react whenever they do meet someone. Since, might as well make them also unique whenever they catch someone. And so Foxy, I'm thinking that'll be like your common charger monster, to where whenever he spots you, he then immediately comes charging in. Similar to Foxy, except for the fact that when he does see you, he's going to instead hide behind something, right? Hoping that you then go past him, and then boom, he'll get you. But if you don't, then, he's not going to get you. Which I think could really spice up his movement and just make him, what the heck is this line? A bit more interesting, Oh, it's the black line. For Chica, she'll work kind of like Bonnie. Or no, she'll work just like Bonnie. Except, I think that with Bonnie, he'd more so go on your right side, right? So it'd be like, let's say you're right here, right? Then he'll go over to this side of the barricade, right? Hoping that you go through here. While Chica, on the other hand, this is the wrong button, will go to this side, Basically, they're more so on the surprise side than the getting side. And then Freddy, once he sees you, he'll either immediately come running towards you and just simply chase you like a normal killer, or he could, stalk you. Like kind of like those Minecraft mods that you see all the time, being, oh hey, this guy will then stalk you, type stuff. Except, better. So for instance, maybe he'll see you here, then go this way. Boom. Also, I know what I said about Bonnie walking over here, but yeah, forget the whole having specific walking and styles. I just think that's kind of stupid, honestly. Or not stupid, but it's more so just hey, this is kind of a waste of time type stuff. Let's see, anything else I'm forgetting. I guess I could talk about costumes being, FNAF 1, FNAF 2, with Mangle being the Foxy, FNAF 3 being the Phantoms, FNAF 4 being FNAF 4. And let's see, for perks, since apparently that's something that exists. Now look, I'll be frank, I don't play Dead by Daylight like that. This is more so just how I think the game could be used, or how these animatronics could be used in the best way possible. Alright, so after much thinking and googling what a perk does, I decided that I'm gonna leave that unread, because I can't quite think of anything. And that basically is what I think the FNAF thing can be, with it being cameras, luring over animatronics to find victims, that type of stuff. Well, with that being said, make sure to like, subscribe, and most importantly of all, smile.